Important aspect called delegation. Okay. Now, I've personally seen with a lot of business owners and some of these entrepreneurs who just can't delegate. I mean, they know if if this is taken off my to-do list, I save whatever time, or I save whatever peace of mind. In spite of that, they just can't do it. So how do they move from that mindset to delegation? What is the art of delegation?
Okay. Now there could be various reasons which I think for which entrepreneurs, as you mentioned, are not able to delegate. So let me briefly cover what could some of the possibly be the reasons, because the answers then lie there.
Right.
Some entrepreneurs have built businesses from scratch, so they know in and out of everything. They have this need to be involved. It's their own personal need. It is not the need of the business.
Right.
It is not the need of the team. It is their own need. So they have to identify that identify that as a problem before they go about solving it. Because if they don't identify as a problem, they will continue to work the way they are working. The second piece that I have noticed is that entrepreneurs are willing to do that, but then there is a fear of failure. And that comes from the fact that they don't know their people. They don't know the strengths of their people who work with them. And there I would suggest that it's about experimentation at one level. Experimenting with yourself,
Right.
but bringing some sort of a method in it. Assess the competencies of people. Very important, because if you are delegating something to someone, you expect him to complete it.
Correct.
The second thing you have to check is the motivation of the people. He can do it, but will he do it? Right? And it's a game of can and will. This assessment has to be done by the entrepreneur in the second scenario that I'm mentioning. If you can't do that, he will never be able to delegate. And therefore, it becomes important that you can look at the capability side and you can build capabilities, which means you can take him through those situations with you, and maybe in that sense, that person will learn. But the motivation part is something they will have to look at the hiring stage when they're hiring people. And if they get this balance right, probably their ability to delegate would be much more than what is. And of course, lastly is, I think, which I, from a coaching perspective, I'm saying is that people tend to always over-assess their capabilities but under-assess the capabilities of their team. And it's a mindset issue. And therefore, I use the word experimentation. Go out, experiment. What will happen?
Correct.
Maximum one failure.